Do I buy first, then sell, or sell first, then buy in Lindsay, Ontario in 2023? You've outgrown your existing house and you want to move up to a bigger one, but how do you go about it? Do you list first, then buy, or buy first, then list? It can be a dilemma for most people. How is this working in Lindsay, the Kawartha Lakes in the spring of 2023? Well, let's walk through a couple scenarios and take some of the overwhelm away. Be sure to stick around to the end to learn the easiest way to avoid regret. Okay. The past real estate market has really left some confusion on steps that you may take when you are looking to purchase your home. We saw in 2020 through to the beginning of 2022 that in order to be successful when you're buying a house, you had to be prepared to go in with no conditions and the highest possible price that you were comfortable paying while still being able to put your head on your pillow at night. The market dictated that in order to get the house of your dreams, you had to take all the risk. In other words, buying first, then selling your existing house. For some people, near the end of COVID 2020 market, they got caught by buying first, firm, no conditions, and then they couldn't sell their house for what they wanted price-wise. I do not want that to happen to you. So first, let's talk to a local realtor. You're gonna see that theme in most of my videos on the promotion of a local realtor. I am one. But here's why. A local realtor knows the local market. Some of the folks that got caught in the above situation, they weren't using a local realtor. Sometimes that meant that they overpaid for their house because a local realtor knows the local market. They know if a house is priced too high for that area, that kind of thing. And they can give you a price that you should be able to get for your home. And they know the local market conditions. I saw some people listed with a realtor that didn't really know the area, and they thought it had to be just like the area that they were experiencing in their market. And guess what? It's just not always that way. A local realtor can give you the honest goods on what they see your house selling for. They can also see trends of the average days on the market. So for example, how long is it taking a 2-story in-town house to sell? Is it a week? Is it 10 days? Is it 3 months? But once you have an idea of what your home realistically will sell for and about how long it'll take to sell, then you talk to your lender. Why? Well, you still need to make sure that you qualify for a new mortgage. Do you make enough money? Of course, less any debt. Are you able to carry a higher mortgage? Then what if there's penalties to get out of your existing mortgage? What's the interest rates? Is your mortgage portable? Like, can you take it with you to the next purchase, or do you have to start all over? What does your financial plan look like using the equity in your home to purchase the next? So for the most part, they can give you a conditional pre-approval. Conditional. I know, using old terms, but honestly, that is what it is. They can't give you firm approval until your house actually sells. So it would be conditional upon the sale of your house. And you would know what that price has to be because you've already talked to a realtor. And if it's not in line with what your realtor told you, then this may not be your time. You might have to wait a little bit longer until you've paid down your mortgage sum. The market in Lindsay so far in 2023 looks like, with knowing the above criteria, you could look at houses in your new price range and make an offer conditional that your current house sells. You do need to know that the seller and their agent would look at a couple things when they receive an offer that's conditional on the sale of a house. They would look to see how long that condition is for. If it's more for then, let's say 10 days, they're going to add what's called an escape clause. So that means that the seller can continue to offer the property for sale, and in the event that they receive an offer that's acceptable to them, they can work with it. And they can provide you with a notice to either remove that condition and firm up, even if your house hasn't sold, or simply walk away and let offer number 2 buy the house. An escape clause can be anywhere from 24 to 72 hours. So often we see 48. So that would give you 2 days to decide if you want to, right now, take all the risk and buy it or just walk away. Our scenario is to put your house on the market first and then not look at any houses until you actually have an offer on your house. Once you have an offer to work with, you will know the closing date that's wanted and you'll have a firm price to work with for your purchase. Your lender will put it in your pre-approval and you will know for sure what your numbers are, and that takes the guesswork away and often a lot of stress. But then you just have to hope that the ideal house is on the market or it's coming soon to be on the market, and that you're going to be able to negotiate the closing date the same and as the one as you have on your house. Depending on market conditions, your realtor might tell you that this is the best way for you to move forward, and you should listen to their advice. Having said that, their advice might not always work for you, and that's okay too. Having a realtor that works for you is key. The biggest risk you can take is not doing your due diligence before you start looking at a new house to buy. It is always better to do your homework first. Avoid regret. If you found this video on do I sell my existing house before I buy a new one enjoyable, then stay tuned for my next video on tips to how to get top dollar for when I'm selling my house in Lindsay, Ontario, the Kawartha Lakes. As always, please get in touch if you have any questions about buying, selling, or living in Lindsay, Ontario, the beautiful Kawartha Lakes. Thank you for watching.